Hey there, fellow colleagues, educators, and learners. Mr. Wallace here. Welcome back to my vlog where we will dive into the exciting world of education and technology. The current education system recognizes the need to adapt pedagogy by integrating technology-driven instruction, which presents excellent opportunities to enhance the teaching learning process for students in advanced classes. Fellman 2023. Today, we're going to explore a topic that's been transforming the way we learn, gamification platforms. We'll be talking about platforms like Kahoot, virtual reality known as VR, applications in education, and an educational app with a gamification twist called Prodigy. In the context of digital pedagogy, internet communication platforms, digital media interfaces, applications, and info communication tools, best practices are stepping up in the educational process and forming a methodology. So to just jump right in, let's kick things off with Kahoot. Kahoot is one of the more popular gamification platforms in education currently. And I'm going to pull it up here on the screen for you so you can have an idea of what exactly I'm talking about. So Kahoot here takes learning to a whole new level by turning lessons into interactive quizzes and games. Teachers and students alike love it because it's fun, engaging, and super easy to use. This is, if you go right to the website, this is what you start seeing here. I'm going to log in with my account here. And as you log in, this is what you'll kind of see. And there's different Kahoots that we'll be able to use, but we'll get into that later. Kahoot allows educators to create customized quizzes on various subjects, and students can join the game using their devices. It's a fantastic way to review material, test knowledge, and promote healthy competition among students, even adults. Plus, it's a blast to play. The connectivity is easy, can be wireless or cabled. Integration, any operating system, you can use direct links, you can go to the website. The cost is free, but there are purchasable options that can give you more content. There is a lot of support that's provided. There's tutorials, there's tech support through the website. The classroom design, it can be used in any situation as the instructor or educator sees fit. We're going to move on to the next one, which is virtual reality, VR, in education. We're going to talk about VR here in a second. I'm going to switch over to let you see what I'm looking at. So VR can be used in a multitude of ways. It's an application in education, or currently being used in education. Imagine stepping into a virtual world where history can come to life. Science experiments, they're hands-on. Art, it becomes an immersive experience where you're right there. VR has the power to make these dreams a reality. New technologies, including VR, augmented reality, AR, mixed reality, MR, extended reality, also called the metaverse, big data, blockchain, and free space optics, FSO, are changing the learning and teaching and assisting that are taking place in education using these systems. So this current website that I'm on right here, Class VR, it has a lot of free downloadable content that you can use right away in the classroom. It's very entry level, novice level. It's a good way to get started. Just one way that I use VR in the classroom, a simple block, and I take my cell phone and I go to something like YouTube, which I'm going to show you here in a second. And maybe I pull up like a 360 underwater national park view here. And when the students have it on their face, the VR, instead of having to use this mouse and going 360 here and being able to navigate and see what they see, all the students really have to do is just turn their head using the VR that's on their face to be able to see anything in that 360 view. So I'm going to stop sharing this here. VR, it can be in subjects like science. Students can explore the inner working of cells or even take a journey through the solar system. History classes can be transformed. Students can see ancient civilizations or pivotal moments in history. Art education is huge. It just has the ability to take anything that you're doing and make it an immersive experience with technologies including virtual reality, the augmented reality, and all those previously named. The connectivity, it's mostly wireless. I'm sure you can find some cables to hook it up, but then you're having that wire that's getting in the way. So the wireless option is the best connective route to go. The integration can be on any operating system at this time. The cost, there's free content out there, but like most things, there's purchasable options too that can give you more content or extended content, more that you can do with it. The support, there's tons of tutorials out there, especially through YouTube, which is one of the 360 videos I just showed us. And then there's tech support as well. Even that the website I show you, the Class VR, they have tech support on there that you can just contact them to ask your questions to, whether it's just a chat or even have a phone call. The classroom design, it's really used as how the instructor sees fit. So, for example, I like to use the VR in a calming center in the classroom where maybe a student just they're having a hard time, they're getting overwhelmed, they're getting stressed out, and they just need to take a break. They go back to the calming center. I have a second phone back there. It's already preloaded with the apps that I have on there for like the 360 VR. They slide it into the mask, they put it on. There's a timer, and they just kind of immerse themselves into that experience. And it's a way for them to take a break of that stressful situation, go on in the classroom, and then they just come right back. Third one I want to get into here is Prodigy. It's a math-made fun game originally. Now they have a lot of English components built in as well, and even its own English platform. Educational video games, EVGs, are one type of digital platform teachers use to support student learning and engagement. Brooks 2022. Now let's talk about Prodigy itself. It's an educational app, or like I said, an EVG that combines learning with the excitement of role playing in a game. So Prodigy makes math, or now English, fun by turning it into an epic adventure where the student or even instructor teacher, I have my own account as well, so I even play with the students, but essentially you have a character, a wizard, and you embark on quests. You can battle monsters, you solve math and English problems, you can play with classmates, you can battle these epic monsters together. But in doing all these different things within the game, the students have to answer these questions that are related to not only the grade and age, but also to different standards that are aligned depending on which state or district you might be a part of. This app is fantastic for elementary and middle school students. It adapts to each student's skill level, and provides a personalized learning experience. So if you're looking for differentiation, this has it. The best part, kids don't even realize that they're practicing math or English or doing, the standards or things that you want them to be working to so they can hit goals within the grade that they're in, because they're just too busy having fun and playing this video game. Like most, the connectivity, it's better wireless, but it can be cabled if you're on like a desktop or, a laptop, Chromebooks, things like that. Those can be, easily wired in. The integration, so far I've seen it, it's worked on any operating system we've had, whether it's, the Apple Windows tablets. I've even, seen a couple students playing it on a cell phone. It is free, but to upgrade and have a lot more access to content and expand, and all those nice rewards that students like, the eye candy, if you will, those are purchasable options. I've had some parents use that as kind of an incentive for getting good grades or good behavior, but it's not needed. The support, it's user friendly. Everyone, whether you're a student, adult, when you first make your account, everyone's required to go through like a tutorial just for the game itself. And then there's also tutorials to help educators in how to use Prodigy within the classroom as well. The classroom design, again, this is like a used for any situation that the instructor sees fit. So like it can be before a lesson, middle of a lesson, end of a lesson. It can be used as an incentive during choice time or free time. It can even be played at home. Like parents can use it as a way to keep that learning going on at home once they leave. Gamification for student engagement, it's huge. Gamification platforms like your Kahoot, like your VR applications and apps like Prodigy, which I'll go ahead and show you here. The impact it's just huge. The applications, they share a common goal, and that's to boost that student engagement, that interactive component, that drive, that need that students should have in order to learn things like more enjoyable in an interactive way, especially since it's crucial in today's digital age. Imagine sitting in a history class and using that VR, witnessing the signing of, the Declaration of Independence, or like the Boston Tea Party, seeing, the actual tea flipped off ships, or, competing with your classmates and Kahoot to see who has, more computer acquisition knowledge, or, on the periodic table. These are all experiences that enhance the comprehension that's taking place from that learning. So the future of gamification and education, it's huge. Like we're already here. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen here and return back to you. But we're already here. Generation Z and Alpha are digital natives and have been exposed to gamification and education in K-12 setting. The engaging and participatory experiences encountered since kindergarten and onward have conditioned students to use gamification and various motivational strategies in a classroom setting. As we wrap up, let's just kind of ponder that for a second. The future, of gamification and education, and like the possibilities are endless. So, just as a conclusion here to wrap up, um, and essentially there you have it, are the three I've been talking to you about, from Kahoot and its engaging quizzes to the immersive wonders of the VR, the math, English adventures that Prodigy can bring onto you. The pattern of education has changed, all of a sudden, and this digital learning has emerged as a primary alternative. As technology continues to advance, so too will the ways that we learn. The future of education is bright, and it's going to be a thrilling ride. So whether you're a student, teacher, lifelong learner, embrace these gamification tools and get ready to level up your education. Thanks for joining me on this educational journey this morning. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you on my next vlog. Until next time, keep exploring, friends.